1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Baby, we're feeling nice. The wine's gonna flow tonight. Baby, we're feeling nice. The wine's gonna flow tonight. Yeah, and there's just one thing I know make me feel alright. I said the guys are good, the girls really scratch my itch. I said the guys are good, the girls really scratch my itch. Baby, but if I can only get some, baby, I'm in this bitch. Ooh, we're gonna make it rain like Christmas in July. Make it rain like Christmas in July. And it's just one thing I know make me feel alright. Come on. Ooh, love and lust, I'm called to which is which. Sugar, this love and lust, I call to which is which. But if I can only get
Hey, want to take my seat?
Made with cardboard, piles of packing tape and people power, a tower will rise and rise in central New Plymouth. In this exciting community project, people of all ages are invited to use boxes and tape to construct the TSB Community Trust People's Tower. The demolition of the People's Tower will be just as exciting as the construction, and we invite everyone to take part.
girls really scratch my itch. I said the guys are good, the girls really scratch my itch.
Alright, here you go, that's yours, thank you. Mine. Cheers! Up your bum, cheers!
Before MasterChef and My Kitchen Rules, there was Hudson and Halls. In the closet with the doors wide open, Peter Hudson and David Halls were New Zealand's original gay love story. In this show, their flamboyant cooking and on-screen chemistry are replicated with fun, booze, dubious cooking and camp comedy.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Hello. Let us start paying for that.
Hamlet the video game isn't the Shakespeare you learnt at school. Hamlet is a zombie battling warrior and Ophelia is a robot, and even video game character Mario makes an appearance. This show is a perfect introduction to the bard for the PlayStation generation. It's Anzac Eve and 4 travellers from down under are going to Gallipoli for the dawn ceremony. But do they go with a sense of patriotic pride or for a bit of a lark, history or a hookup? Playwright Dave Armstrong walks that fine line with finesse in this poignant but playful rite of passage story, complete with selfies.
An Aussie, a Mozzie and a couple of Kiwis hanging out together at Gallipoli on Anzac Eve. It doesn't get more Anzac spirit than that.
I call it Anzac Spirit. It's 1 part vodka to about 3 parts fruit juice.
I'm here to see exactly where the utter incompetence from the British, Australian and New Zealand military occurred.
I really just want to have a good time, guys.
A miraculous world will be unearthed before your very eyes in this playful, squishy show for children. Dirt and other delicious ingredients is a dance theatre work with live music set in a land of spice. There's magic hidden in every crevice, you just need to dig deep. Bella Hystrova and Michael Houston will captivate you in this transcendent concert, which features Beethoven's stunning 10 sonatas for violin and piano. The award-winning Bella Hystrova is known for the power and lyrical beauty of her sound, while Michael Houston's recent performances of Beethoven's complete piano sonatas were met with huge acclaim.
It is to be accepted by all Muslims currently living on European soil and who wish to continue to live on European soil.
This is your chance to enter the mind of a terrorist. In this true-life horror story, audiences are introduced to the lengthy manifesto as sent out by Norwegian Anders Behring Breivik before he killed 77 people and injured more than 200. Manifesto 2083 is about the makings of a self-radicalised lone wolf with a deep hatred of multiculturalism and political correctness.
Name change. Every individual is to be given a traditional European name. First, second, last name. No Asian, Arabic or Islamic name is allowed, and this includes the 99 names of Allah.
Back in the days of World War I, going to fight for your country was seen as an awfully big adventure. But the reality was a far cry from that, as is revealed in this funny yet thought-provoking play that captures the story of a high-spirited tourist soldier and a conscientious objector who both end up facing tough battles far from home. With all the ingredients for a sizzling show, Chef is a deliciously funny romp on the big stage. The South Korean troupe serve up slapstick comedy, brilliant breakdancing and breathtaking beatboxing in a laugh-a-second performance loosely based around food. First there was ABBA, now there's Circus Elfin. This Swedish trio combine lasers, music, dancing and comedy in a genre-defying show. They play instruments, sing ridiculously infectious songs and engage in fun online stunts to whoop up the crowd.
Could you look into the distance, Jean? What exotic lands are unrolling beneath my tiny plane?
Flying in the face of danger and convention, Miss Jean Batten flew solo from London to Auckland in 1936. In this one-woman show, Alex Ellis becomes the cool, glamorous superstar of the skies, taking us on their epic journey in a single-engine plane made of wood and fabric.
To Jean Batten and her record flight from England to Australia.
Don't tell anyone. That's not really his hair. It's just a wig on top of a big, bald, shiny head.
In this one-man show, charming UK performer Will Pickford takes the audience on an adventure into the world of the piano. We find out where they come from, how they evolved, and what they look like inside. This show is billed as part recital and part dissection, and features whirlwind piano playing, songs and stories.
You know that one by Beethoven? Well, Fats Waller had had enough, and he started by changing the rhythm.
In this double bill of theatrical dance, audiences will be mesmerised by two wildly different works. Shona McCulloch and the New Zealand dance company present Matter, a powerful piece set amongst a forest of poles, followed by Whispers from Pandora's Box, a macabre, frenetic work where Kill Bill meets Elizabeth I.
The girl really scratched my itch. I said the guys are good, the girls really scratch.
She may have been born in the gutter, but Edith Piaf rose to great heights. Her story has been turned into an acclaimed cabaret show performed by singer Michaela Berger and guitarist Greg Wayne. The winner of Best Cabaret at the 2016 Adelaide Fringe Festival, this breathtaking show features classics from The Little Sparrow, as well as a collection of extraordinary stories from her life. Multi-award-winning artist Rob Bruja describes his music as haka soul. A solo artist and composer, he champions the voice and stories of Māori through stirring performances that are haunting, uplifting and beautiful. An acclaimed ambassador of Māori music, Rob is in demand across the globe.
Yo, what's up Taranaki? It's Ben Hurley here. It's going to be my absolute honour and privilege to bring my one-hour comedy show Earth Planet World to the 2017 Taranaki Festival of the Arts. This year, Pihama Hall, New Plymouth and Oakara. It is a show where I do a joke about every single country in the world. It's going to be absolutely awesome to come home to my home province and play in one of the best arts festivals in the world. You know I love you Taranaki, and you know I don't need to suck up to you in any way, so I hope to see you there. Oh, sorry, that's what I'm wearing. It's a coincidence. See you soon Taranaki!
Hello there. My name is Ernest Rutherford. You might know me as noted scientist Ernest Rutherford, or Baron Rutherford of Nelson, which is a part of New Zealand somewhere in here.
New Zealand's most famous scientist slips off the $100 bill and into a lecture theatre nearly 80 years after his demise. Played by Nick Sampson, Ernest Rutherford is portrayed as a thoroughly likeable chap who regales audiences with science and the tale of how he came to split the atom.
As you can see, it's a glorious summer's afternoon. Hear that? The cicada. Nature's bastard.
A blazing female force in New Zealand music, Rhea Hall is free-thinking, edgy and unapologetic. Her award-winning sound fuses furious hip-hop beats with richly layered vocals in English and te reo Māori, creating an epic soundscape. Hall is always in demand for collaborations.
Abstract, the momentary, where illusions fall.
Lovers of Irish music are in for an all-round treat with the show of original folk music, starring Ande Shah and Roisey. Expect toe-tappingly good tunes, some traditional Irish songs, and the stunning poetic lyrics of special guest Roisey. These award-winning musicians are not to be missed. She's danced with Michael Flatley, and now Charlotte Wright is coming to teach you her moves. The Wellington Lass will be joined by Ande Shah and Roisey as they lead you in an Irish ceilidh. This event will be filled with so much fun that it's bound to become the unofficial festival launch party. Consider this your invite. Come along to support the development of New Zealand theatre. In Porapiti, actor Tola Newberry and musician Mara TK use the physical theatre, song, sound and movement to explore the idea of profits in Māori culture. Be the first to see this highly visual and innovative work.
Cold Sissy and Baby Ruth, there's a warrant out on truth. She skipped town with the loot in a Chevy Impala coupe.
Day and night, why is it so?
Prolific American songwriter Cole Porter is celebrated in this one-man show starring cabaret performer Michael Griffiths. He steps into the shiny shoes and elegant suit of the talented Mr. Porter, bringing to life his fine manners and long list of well-known tunes. This intimate portrayal has earned Griffiths 5-star reviews and sought-after awards.
Be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night, night and day.
Auckland, we are not a city of angels.
We are bodies of cigarettes and secrets, burning silent signals into the dusk
of hungry children and business renegades occupying the same street.
Of dirty politicians and young voices.
Created by TED Talk sensation Grace Taylor, My Own Darling is part road movie, part love song, featuring unforgettable characters. In this new genre of performance, which taps into rap, an invisible city reveals deep secrets through intensely personal stories. This must-see Auckland theatre production is edgy, urban and now.
Only showing face to impress those that visit us.
Hiding in shadows with our talents.
Ducking out of spotlights.
But I can't help but love you, Auckland.
Hot from the pop-up globe in Auckland comes Play On, a celebration of Shakespeare through contemporary music. In a world first, award-winning composer Paul McLeany has turned 12 of the bard's most well-loved soliloquies into songs. These will be presented by some of New Zealand's best-known performers, making the words of Shakespeare accessible to all. Kate Shepherd steps off our $10 note into a punk rock musical that is loud, proud and in your face. This righteous show celebrates a feminist firebrand who helped New Zealand women win the first vote. That bloody woman has had sellout shows, rave reviews and is a bloody great night out.
I was born the day after my mother saw Cleopatra in 1965.
In this charming one-man show about death, beauty and what lies underneath, Pat Kinnavan has created a multi-award-winning ghost story. The hit of the Edinburgh and Adelaide Fringe Festivals, Underneath is darkly comic, written and delivered by one of Ireland's finest actors.
Andy, the state of me, look at the fucking state of me. It's extraordinary, actually. How fast we decompose once the heat of the heart is gone. Champagne, eyes go.
Girl, for you I'd even sell my soul.
After years of earning a place as one of New Zealand's favourite live acts, Sal Valentine is ready to swing into action with an expanded band and a huge new repertoire of original material. His 10-piece band, Baby Shakes, are bursting at the seams with horns, backing vocals and an explosive rhythm section. Together they create music that is equal parts tight grooves and intimate sincerity.
We love you right. See me, we got a thing, and that's called love, is called L-U-V, and she's my baby.
Fringe Festival darling Gabriela Munoz will delight audiences with an unrequited love story of longing and laughter. In this solo show, the young Mexican actress plays a lonely woman who rehearses once a week for the arrival of the so-called one. Prepare to be surprised by this quirky and charming physical comedy. Starman is not a tribute show. Instead, it's pure cabaret starring European performer Sven Ratzka, who tries on the many faces and songs of the late David Bowie and makes them his own. A Fringe Festival favourite at Edinburgh and Adelaide, Starman embraces the 70s glam rock scene, flows into sound collages and captures the intimate moments.
We could be heroes. Oh no, love, you're not alone.
will be a roller coaster ride of sound when the Great Taranaki Steam Band swings into the Crystal Palace. The 40-strong community ensemble will play jazz standards from the likes of Duke Ellington and Glenn Miller. This will be a concert of varied styles from uplifting to laid back, featuring jazz arrangements of much-loved tunes. The band behind uplifting single Big Aroha have played everywhere, from school gala days to boozy bars. Now the Slacks head for the Crystal Palace for a mix of folk rock, country ska and blues with great harmonies. Performing for the past 17 years, the Taranaki band will serve up a lunchtime feast of original songs.
It would be awesome if everybody spoke in one tongue now for love.
Prepare to feel the spirit when the Ars Nova Choir lifts the lid of the Crystal Palace. The 45-strong Taranaki Choir will perform Black American gospel songs arranged by John Rutter. You'll be treated to songs with driving rhythm like When the Saints Go Marching In, and soulful sounds like Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child.
Just stop and feel, just feel the need.
Embracing the spirit and sounds of the 60s and 70s, Taranaki band The Blistered Fingers will serve up a sizzling and soulful show. In this lunchtime concert, the group will perform rock and roll blues from those decades, along with original songs that are bluesy and cruisy, upbeat and energetic.
I said the guys are good, the girls really got my itch. But if I can only get some, baby.
Set in 1893 in both London and Tauranga. Yes, it is.
The heroine of Karen Hayes' second book is as rebellious as the media personality herself. Karen, well known as the presenter of the iconic 1980s TV show Radio with Pictures, has always spoken her mind. So does Frances Woodward, a risque photographer at the centre of Hayes' novel, The March of the Foxgloves.
So how much of this novel is based on, you know, I guess their lives?
Oh, none. It's fiction.
Right.
Yes, I just set it in the Bay of Plenty because I know the area quite well.
Right.
Step into the Art Deco landscape of New Zealand with Terry Moyle. Terry has searched the country for Art Deco designs, and the result is Art Deco New Zealand, an illustrated guide. In his session, Moyle will share his research and discoveries backed by a collection of stunning illustrations.
Marlborough is widely recognised as New Zealand's premier wine region, and no one has more experience growing grapes in Marlborough than Alan Scott. Alan planted some of the Marlborough region's most famous vineyards, including the very first, and has worked every vintage here since.
Marlborough Man is a quintessential Kiwi story of an accidental wine industry trailblazer. In his autobiography, Alan Scott, the man behind the wine that bears his name, talks about the characters he's met, the wine he's made, and the stories that surround the industry he's grown to love.
So in 1975, Kathy and I planted our own little vineyard, and I was really developing an interest in the whole process from grape growing to winemaking.
Remember unwrapping a new children's annual each Christmas? Award winners Kate DeGoldie and Susan Paris have revisited this tradition with an eye-catching book, simply called Annual. It's filled with quirky cartoons and illustrations, stories and plays, poems and songs. Even adults love this fresh take on a Kiwi classic.
Every year, the rugged, sun-drenched valleys of central Otago yield a generous quantity of fruit for markets throughout the country.
Photographer Rob Susted will take people on a visual journey of 15 properties that have been showcased on New Zealand's longest-running show, Country Calendar. These farms star in a book celebrating the show's 50-year anniversary, and the cover even features the Newton farmer Uranui. Anybody who has found themselves immersed in the tales of Country Calendar will be mesmerised by this session.
Nikki Hager's new book, Hit and Run, co-authored with journalist John Stevenson, has made an explosive claim about New Zealand's SAS.
Hit and Run offers evidence that 21 civilians, including a 3-year-old girl, were killed or injured during a botched revenge raid following the death of a Kiwi soldier. Expect a candid and controversial session.
Obviously, it's a very serious allegation and it has to be determined by experts, which is why we're calling for an inquiry.
Prolific music writer Nick Bollinger is the author of Goneville, a memoir that takes an intimate look at the evolving music scene in 1970s New Zealand. In this session, Bollinger will talk about his close encounters with some of the country's most colourful characters, including Rick Bryant and Bruno Lawrence.
People are respected. Look me in the eye. I had a wife.
Well, 5 years later.
Oh, is that right? 5 years after your beer drinking experience?
Journalist Alice Gillespie is a self-confessed beer nerd with a blog and book to back her up. For a year from August 9, 2011, she drank a different bottle of beer each day. The drinking led to blogging and then to the writing of her witty and self-effacing book, How to Have a Beer.
A bit of interest from the beer geeks of New Zealand, but yeah, it was, I think, 2012 when I finished the blog.
It's been 13 years since award-winning author Catherine Chidgey released a new book. Her fourth novel, The Wish Child, just won the country's richest fiction prize at the Ockham New Zealand Book Awards. The book follows two families in Hitler's Germany during World War II. Chidgey, who is a new mum to Alice, writing lecturer and the owner of 5 white cats, will have a lot to say about life and literature. House gigs are 3 intimate concerts that take place in someone's living room. The informal setting means performers and audiences get to eat and drink with each other in a relaxed, cosy environment.
You gotta stop holding me the way you do.
Laura Griffiths, a talented young musician who has recently broken onto the scene, will entertain audiences with her soulful voice and original songs. Then comes Glassboat, a duo that delivers well-crafted songs, fine musicianship and mesmerising harmonies.
We'll hide out by the sea for a while until we cross the border. Night Scout is our black dog. She leads blind down dark lines.
Born and raised in New Plymouth, Victoria Girling Butcher has performed alongside many of the country's leading artists, from Dave Dobbin to Brooke Fraser. Her set will be followed by Taranaki's leading bogan jazz outfit, The Stove. Born of a desire to document local history, The Stove tell homegrown tales in epic tone poems.
Stranger man, don't take me away.
Sam Egley is the lead singer of the smoke-free Rock Quest winning band Suburban Goons. On this occasion, he's going to be stepping out to perform an intricate solo set. He'll be followed by Sonic Delusion. This vibrant, high-energy live performer blends dynamic layers of rhythm, tones, bass lines and vocals.
We're poison our waters. We turn our heads and pretend this material world is spinning way out of control. The guys are good, the girls really scratch my itch.
Around Taranaki sees selected festival shows tour the region, stopping by venues in Opunaki, Stratford, Pihama, Eltham, Uranui, Hawera, Inglewood and Kakaramea. Touring shows include Ben Hurley's Earth Planet World, Ireland's Andu Shah with special guest Roisy, New Zealand play Anzac Eve, the swinging Sal Valentine and the Baby Shakes, and the hit rock musical That Bloody Woman based on feminist firebrand Kate Shepherd. This extraordinary lineup takes the festival to our community around Taranaki. The festival offers a captivating and engaging array of shows to schools around Taranaki. The schools program aims to entertain as well as educate. The Festival to Schools program will take specially selected performances into schools and gives young people the opportunity to experience the magic in our theatres. Esteemed multimedia artist Tim Grucci returns to Taranaki with some mesmerising work. As well as reprising his work Monica's Gift, commissioned for the 40th birthday celebrations for the Gavette Brewster Art Gallery, Tim has created 2 new works to be projected onto the Tesby showplace in Pukeariki. Be prepared for exciting nighttime transformations of the buildings to unfold before your eyes. Check out Kinner's 2 exhibitions running during the festival. Happy Days consists of Paul Masick's 2 series of vases and Peter Ireland's new works in his Last Day series. Join top Taranaki artists for some exciting Art Bite sessions at Pukeariki. Artists whose creations have been selected for the Homework exhibition at Pukeariki will share insights into their artworks and take questions from the floor.
And it was almost...
My own darling creator Grace Taylor will be gracing the floor with her skills and passion alongside Taranaki artists. The mic will be open for anyone wanting to share their own work, their favourite works, or their team efforts.
Redefinitions of identity.
Dazzled by Velvet. The sparkling show is a circus, a disco, and a concert with something for everyone. Starring disco legend Marcia Hines, Velvet features light, sparkles, funk, muscles, and a kaleidoscope of costume changes. You'll be dancing in the aisles.